morning everyone, my name is Bart and welcome in the fourth video in my VBA for Beginner series. Today we're taking a closer look at conditionals. As said in the introduction video, conditionals are one of the 4 cornerstones in VBA, and once you catch all 4 of the cornerstones, you will be ready to go. Now, this video is structured as following. First, I will answer what is a conditional, then we will take a look at the basic example, which is the if, then, and if. And at the end, we'll go to some variations of this if, then, and if, and another one called the select case. First off, what is a conditional? By conditional, I mean if a condition is met, then we take a particular action. For example, if it is raining, then I will take my umbrella. In this example, the rain is the condition, while the umbrella is the action. If the condition is met, meaning it's raining, then I will take the umbrella. If the condition is not met, then I won't do anything at all. Let's jump straight into an example. Now, this is an example of a very basic conditional, so I will write it down in the Visual Basic editor. As usual, I'm creating a sub-procedure and I will declare my variables and I will make a conditional. What I wrote here is I have 2 variables. One is rain and the other one is umbrella. Both of them I start with the letter B, indicating that it's a boolean. A boolean is a kind of variable which can only take either true or false. Next, I give rain the content of true, and afterwards you see the actual conditional. So if be raining equals true, meaning it is raining, then be umbrella equals true, meaning we will take the umbrella. Now I added a debug.print for umbrella so we can see what it returns. I'll press F5 and it returns true. If I would change rain to false, meaning that it's not raining, and I press F5 again, then we have false. So what we see here is whether we take an umbrella depends on whether it's raining. As you can see, whether it's raining or not is something that I'm writing in the code, so it's hard-coded. This might seem not a very useful piece of code that we have here, because it completely depends on our input as the programmer to whether umbrella is true or false. Let's imagine that you are a bit more advanced and you manage to use VBA to get information from the internet on whether it's raining at a particular place or time, and then be rain would be dependent on information from the internet. We don't know as a programmer whether it's true or false, and the output of umbrella will be based on this internet information. So at that point it might become a bit more useful. Obviously at the office we don't really care whether it rains or not, we're sitting inside anyway. So here are some examples that we do use at the office. For example, if it's an international customer, then use a different tax code. If the invoice is 1 day overdue, then send the customer an email. There are many other cases. Basically, you won't write any script in which you have no conditional. So once you get now what a conditional is, I want to go into some other options. First off, we can expand the if, then, and if to handle a lot more cases. So in here we only say if it rains, then we take an umbrella. But what if you want to say something like if it rains, then take an umbrella, but if it doesn't rain, then take a hat to protect it against the sun. So I will adjust my code now. I will add a variable for hat, and the if, then, and if I will add an else. Does now, at any point, only one of umbrella and hat will be true. The other one will always by definition be false. So there is no case in this script in which we can have both true or both false. If you don't know why this is the case, then please take a look at the logic. If it rains, then the umbrella is true and the hat is false. If it doesn't rain, then the umbrella is false and the hat is true. Demonstrated by running the script. So first off, I will say that it doesn't rain, which returns umbrella false and hat true. Now I will make an adjustment so it does rain. So I set rain to true, press F5, and we have umbrella true, hat false. But what if there is a case in which it's not raining, but it's not very sunny either, so we don't have to protect ourselves against the sun? So to say it differently is, if it rains, then we will definitely take an umbrella. If it doesn't rain and it is sunny, then we will take a hat. Else, we won't take anything at all. So what's the difference here is that there is a condition to the hat. The condition is not just that it's not raining, the condition is also that there is sunshine. So to demonstrate this, I will again add a variable called sunshine, and I will adjust the else to an else if. Note that in this case there is a possibility that both umbrella and hat are false. When is this the case? When it's not raining, but it's not sunny either. So I will set both rain and sun to false. I press F5 and we'll delete these two, and we have twice false. As you can see, the difference is that I added an if to the else, and at the end there's also a then, which is something you don't have when you just have an else. Obviously we can add to the if else if, you can also add an else again. In any other case, maybe just take both an umbrella and a hat. You never know what the weather will be. So if I would run it again now, then you should see twice true instead of twice false. There we go. So with this basic structure of if, else, if, and else, you will be fine. You will be able to write any script that you would like. There's no other information that you require in order to finish any of your projects when it comes to conditionals. Nevertheless, there is another way to write a conditional, which is the select case. I will show you this one, even though I hardly ever use it myself, but just for the sake of giving you a complete overview, I will just showcase it. For the example of the select case, I'm not taking the example of rain and umbrellas and all sorts of clothing. I'm taking the example of a customer and what kind of text code you should use for this particular customer. For you guys is a small script again, in which we have two variables, the customer and text code. The customer is something that I will give as an input, so I'm writing myself here around the script what kind of customer it is. The customer is buying food of us. And next you will see select case. So the case is sort of a variable taking in the content of customer, and next you will see every line case is international, case is food. This is the same as if I would write else if customer equal international, else if customer equal food, and then the else. This is in every other case which is not international and not food. Then we will have text code Z. So if I run it with customer equals food, then it returns down here the Y because case equal food, text code is Y. If I write just some gibberish, then I should get text code Z. So let's press F5 and we get a Z. So now you know what a conditional is and how to use it in VBA. I tend to stick to just the if then and all its variations, but it's good to have an overview of whatever you can use. In the next video I will talk about modules and functions. The video afterwards will bring the 4 cornerstones together. I will present you some exercise which you can do if you want, and I will also present a solution to the exercise. In any case, I'll always try to provide you with some data to work with and the sample code whenever it's useful. If you have any questions, please write them down below in the comment section. For now, have a good day and I will see you later.